But you have a duty before the sitting, before coming to the sitting, if you can have a good walking meditation session, that your battery will be fully charged. So therefore, even though I try to give the instruction on sitting meditation, you may carefully observe the timetable. Timetable would say each and every sitting has to do after a walking meditation. So therefore, in a regular way, I would have explained the walking meditation first. But I find it is easy to introduce mindfulness in the sitting meditation, and same jargon, same terminology I can use for the walking meditation in the comparative way. That's why I wanted to paint a picture on the sitting meditation. Hoping that you grasp the idea, I would like to compare sitting meditation with the walking meditation, so that definitely when you go home back, you will be more thankful, pay gratitude to the Nissarana Vanaya, not due to this any other thing, but due to walking meditation. Even then we are little unsatisfactory as far as the walking paths are concerned. So you have the sand lawn, middle, and the upper, around the shrine room, there's another one just completed. So you all are lucky to have these two. Whenever these sand bits are not available, for example, for rain and any other kind of thing, so you have to use the indoor walking paths. That is just an alternative for the sand bed. Sand bed is the best. For the males, they are better off, because around the meditation hall, you have enough walking paths, and they are prepared. They are not traditional, perfect, this thing, but to make use the lawn as much as possible, put boundaries just like a swimming pool for a competition. So that is the part we call the walking paths. And when you go out go to the monastery, males of course daily, but the others also may visit. There are some already set standard traditional walking paths meant for individual yogi, and that is in the separate kutis or separate dwelling places. But near the meditation hall you have the common meditation path, but anyway effect is the same. So in order to make the meditation path, you may see it's a flat ground, straight one, and laid down with half an inch of the soft sand. That is the luxurious treatment for the meditative life. So when you go back home, you try to make one. So whenever your architects are preparing the houses, ask them to include walking path, and it will be a very good gift for the your elderly people and the young children to do walking meditation, because sitting meditation is sour in taste, but the walking meditation very sweet. You can do as you like, irrespective of the age, irrespective of your health, and it is very healing. And it is very rejuvenating. So therefore walking is very important. So much so, you may see for the last 30-40 years, all the denominations and all the religions came out with meditation. We Buddhists, traditional Buddhists, we think we are the people meditating, but it is something, lack of common sense. Each and every religion, they have meditation, but no one prescribed walking meditation, except the Buddha. And the Buddha says, if you wish to fulfill your task, the secret is in the walking meditation. If you have a proper digestion, if you have a lasting concentration, and if you wish to have rejuvenation without much of disease, bodily and physical, walking meditation is the path. So, when the talks are going, I will try to incorporate as much as possible the beneficial part of the walking meditation, but now I will reduce it to the pragmatic part, practical part. To compare with the walking meditation and the sitting meditation, you see, for the sitting meditation, as he mentioned, we are going to have a big meditation hall in the forest. We are going to have 5 feet by 5 feet square, 25 square feet for each individual. But for the walking path, we have to have a long stretch. We have to have 4.5 feet and 30-40 feet long stretch we need. We can make walking paths indoor and outdoor. Outdoor one is usually with the sand, indoor one is usually, in Sri Lanka we are happy, we are lucky, we have the coir carpets made out of coir. It's a very good alternative for the sand bed. And that means the walking path must be average enough for 30 steps. That means 40 to 45 feet long and 4 to 4.5 feet wide. So therefore, space-wise, this is only 25 square feet, that the walking path needs huge, long, bigger space. Other one is, as far as the postures are concerned, this is sitting posture, walking path, either standing or walking. And in sitting, in order to bring the attention inwardly, you are recommended to close your eyes. But in the walking meditation, you are asked to keep the eyes open. And when you are keeping the eyes open, you are not only concentrating on your touch of the tactile sensation of the body, but the eye is open, the ear is open for sounds, and the other one is, sitting is a very passive action. You are sitting, you give the posture symmetrical and relaxed, and you just let the breathing to take place. But in the walking, you have to have the intention. You have to do intentional walking, and therefore walking meditation is very dynamic, demanding. And attention, the mindfulness, the diligence is demanding so much because it has to fight through the sounds, the visual objects, and the intentional work as well as the touch of the ground. So to keep the touch intact, not like in sitting, it is challengeful. But the point is, the touch of the ground by your soul is more gross, more prominent than touch of the air at your nostrils, so therefore the combination is different. So whenever you keep the legs, keep the foot, in the walking meditation, your object of meditation is the touch of the ground. How the soul is touching the ground, starting from the heel, spreading toward the toes. And how it is different from left leg, left sole to the right sole. And shifting of the energy, weight from the left leg to the right leg. So likewise it is more challenging, and therefore theoretically accepted. In sitting meditation it is more conducive for concentration together with the mindfulness, or I would say concentration with the mindfulness as the proximate cause. But in the walking meditation, the mindfulness is backed by energy, so therefore in the walking meditation you develop a lot of energy so that the metabolism and the bodily functions will be regulated. So therefore walking meditation is a preliminary work to aiming at successful sitting. And many people, of course tomorrow at 1 o'clock, 1 to 2:30 we have a question and answer session. Many will come out and ask, what is the speed of walking meditation? Because it's a technical aspect. In the breathing we call natural breathing. Walking also, many people try to regulate it, and it is not recommended. So therefore the best is you go and select your walking path. And this is the stretch I am going to walk. And at the end of it, facing the walking path, stand still. Experience now I am standing. There you may get the figure not like a pyramid shape, but it's like a peg or like a candle. You feel you are standing on the ground, and make sure you are now in the present moment. Here, now, and you are looking at your walking path that is supposed to take it as your for walking meditation. And if the body is not with much of any friction or any trouble, then you walk the distance that you determine, or what is the walking path is being meant, in a normal speed without any meditation, without any noting. Just let the body to make decision, what is my normal speed. So don't try to imitate slow walking or faster walking. Just let the body to walk, decide the body's speed, and you must feel comfortable. You must feel familiarized with the walking path till that happens. Maybe a few minutes, you just keep on walking up and down in order to check the path, whether it is okay for me to walk, am I crossing other people, is there any weeds or any kind of thing. Like that you are just walking in order to familiarize. Once you become familiarized, then only you take the meditative object, that is the soul. That means in the sitting meditation, your attention is in the upper part of the body, but in the walking meditation, your attention is definitely lower part of your body. So therefore, not to get mixed up, you are supposed to keep the arms in a non-swinging way in front of you or behind you, so that your attention will be simply going to the lower part of your body. So down onward, you are try to be with, as when and where the right leg is keeping, you try to feel the touch of the ground by the right sole. When the left leg is keeping, you keep the touch with the left leg and keep as much as possible, but don't try to be restricted to it, because your eyes are bringing a lot of visions, ears are making a lot of noise, sounds, listenings, and the bodily movements make air movements. So let them be, but don't make it a point to worry. You keep touch with the right leg and the left leg. So this is how the walking meditation is happening. Even if you become a lover of walking meditation, an expert in the walking meditation, still the challenge is there. When you go to the end and when you are turning, definitely your mindfulness will be scattered off. Your concentration will be scattered off. So therefore, your prime task is to develop the concentration and the mindfulness in the middle pace, and when you go to the end, try to maintain that the same contributor of the mindfulness without breaking, and bring it back to the other side. So therefore that area must be free from normal beings and free from other activities and attractive things. So therefore walking path must be very simple, well swept, plain sand, or a place like this with a coir mat or something like that. So whenever you are doing walking meditation, at least it takes 30 to 35 minutes to make the body familiarize with the action. So therefore try to maintain 1 hour as much as possible, and if you develop the good harmony, develop the good concentration and the mindfulness due in walking meditation, go and sit with the same calibration, same peace of mind, and then you can feel the body is happy to sit after walking about 45 minutes, 1 hour. Sitting will be comfortable. Adjust yourself and give the mindfulness to the primary object, and you can see it is going more and more deeper than without walking meditation. And that is how the walking meditation and the sitting has to go in hand. And the other general ethical benefits are, if you all are interested in teaching meditation for the younger people, don't prescribe sitting meditation. Ask them to go and do walking meditation, they will find it very easier. And if you wish to prescribe it for your parents and the elderly generation, they also find very difficult to sit and wait. And the walking is easier. Even if you've fallen into sickness and recovering, don't regiment, don't cramp yourself into the sitting meditation. Go for walking meditation. You may find you will be recover fast, and the body will let you know, okay, now you go and sit, and then that will be successful. So therefore walking meditation has a wider application, but unlucky enough, nowadays very little emphasis given to walking meditation, so therefore continuity is disturbed. So don't let that weakness creep into your meditation. Give 50% time, 50-50 on sitting and walking. You can see in the timetable, each and every walking meditation has to follow with the sitting meditation. So this is the way we try to keep the mindfulness in sitting and walking.